Next into the barn is Simon Dinsdale from Essex. He needs optics expert Richard Biggs to take a look at an item that's of monstrous significance.
How we doing? I'm Jay.
Very well, thank you. Nice to meet you, Jay. I'm Simon.
Oh, hi, Simon.
I'm Richard, hi.
How do you do, Richard? Nice to meet you.
So, what have we got for us?
I've got a small pair of binoculars for you.
Wow. Now, that is small, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, tell us about these, then.
Well, these binoculars belong to my father.
OK.
My father's name was Tim Dinsdale, and he's the man who filmed Nessie.
Loch Ness?
Yeah. He
right.
filmed the Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah, yeah.
But before he turned the camera on, he watched Nessie through those binoculars.
Whoa.
And it's the only clear piece of film of a large object in Loch Ness.
So what was he doing up there then, anyway?
Well, he was actually an aeronautical engineer, and he read a magazine article about Nessie.
Yeah.
And in his view, the only way to prove the existence of Nessie was to take a piece of film. And in April 1960, he went up to Loch Ness on his own. He rented a Bolex 35mm camera, and he'd sit on the side of the loch, and he would monster hunt using those. He contacted the Natural History Museum and said, look, I've got a film of something in Loch Ness which you really ought to be looking at. It's been shown on telly ever since, because it is the definitive film of Nessie.
Your dad's film?
And it's my father's film. He went to Loch Ness every year and became a full-time monster hunter, so he'd live on the boat for 3 or 4 months at a time on Loch Ness.
That's dedication.
But he always carried those binoculars.
That's quality, man. Yeah. See, I knew Nessie was real, man.
Oh, yeah. The very first time I ever went to Loch Ness with my father was in 1967 as a 14-year-old.
Why?
And I was given custody of those binoculars for that monster hunt. That's magical.
Yeah.
That is magical.
So what's actually wrong with them, then?
The focus broke, so it just spins, so you can't focus, and they're a little bit full of dust inside. He deliberately dismantled them because by 1985 I was a police officer. I was involved in surveillance operations, and he thought, because this side still works, he thought it would be very useful for me as a surveillance policeman if I needed to look at someone with a bit of magnification, you wouldn't see me doing it.
Yeah, you wouldn't be doing that. You just put your hand
so
up.
I could just put my hand up. And
so you've used these as well?
I've used these, yeah.
The fact it's been taken apart, it's good.
Yeah.
If that had been broken,
It's difficult.
it would mean a new shell.
They're a bit grubby and they're a bit battered, which, I mean, the battered bit is nice because that's...
You want that left?
Oh, yeah. But they're battered because my dad wore them for really best part of 30 years.
If we're able to repair the binoculars, what are you going to do with them?
I'd like to go back to Loch Ness next April or thereabouts, because that's the 60th anniversary of the film being taken, and do a bit of monster hunting with those binoculars. It's a bit of a tribute, if you like, to my father. In the monster hunting fraternity,
he's a legend, isn't he?
He's a legend, yeah.
So, thank you for
You're
bringing
welcome.
them in.
Thank you very much.
Brilliant.
Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
Likewise. You
Thank
take care now.
I will. Thank you.
Bye-bye.